So today I'm talking to Lynne Shipton from Chemo Gift Bags. Hi Lynne.
Hi, thank you for having me, Emma.
Thank you for joining me today. So what are the Chemo Gift Bags? I know that we are going to have a look at those
Yeah,
in a little while, but so these are gift bags for those that are having breast cancer treatments, chemo treatments.
yeah. So they're for ladies and gents, because gents get breast cancer as well.
Yeah.
And they're for anybody over 18 who's got breast cancer, going through chemotherapy, and in the Thames Valley. So it's quite a big area that we cover.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And is this something that is quite a new concept?
Not for us, we've been going 10 years.
And is this something that happens anywhere else in the country or worldwide?
It happens in other places.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them were at the same time as what I was started up. So, there's some that have come after me.
Yeah.
And there's others that do similar things, but not the way we do it, because
Okay.
everyone's got their own way and ideas of doing things. So the concept started basically because I had breast cancer in 2013.
Yeah.
I couldn't have chemotherapy because of the nerve damage I have in my spine,
Yeah.
and it was just it's like a conveyor belt you're on, and the reason we started it was basically because I was in conversations with people that were having chemo, and they just said, well, we didn't know what we needed. There was no one at the time. The NHS do a fantastic job of looking after you and making sure you're all right, and for to help you on your diagnosis, but there was nothing for that after, or for the before, should I say, rather. So what we looked at was people saying, well, I don't know what I need for chemo, and there was no list available.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of research and kept researching and found there was nothing in our area. So then we listened to the people again that I was kept chatting to, and they said, well, we didn't know what we needed, and that's the point. You don't know what you need until you need it through it, and it's too late then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and there was all sorts in our bags at first.
Yeah.
There was slippers in there, cozy slippers, and we had videos in there thinking that people might want to watch them when they're cold with a blanket.
Yeah.
And then as time's gone on and we've progressed, we've taken those things out. They're not in our bags anymore.
So is this through feedback from other people and just seeing what works, what people
It was
are
at first,
wanting?
yeah. We had, the list was like this, endless, because everyone can go through chemotherapy, and everyone that's going through that diagnosis will have breast cancer in our where we're concerned. But you're two people are never the same.
No,
Exactly. So what one might say, well, I had sore lips, so you get a lip, and all our products are natural in our bags.
Yeah.
So wanted to have a lip balm, and some said, oh, well, I never had sore lips or cracked lips, but I had a sore throat. So now we've got products in there because of that reason. So there's always something, and we're trying to change what we're doing, and looking for different products and for different companies to come on board with us to now put different products in and see if we can help other companies that are startups or other companies that have been backed by the NHS.
So it's almost like a donation but a sponsorship for the companies?
No, not really. We don't get no government help.
No.
It's all from donations. From people that understand, that have been through it themselves, or family and friends, or Rotaries, Lions, and the small ones, and occasionally small grants from our local councils. We get donations from the people that we use, the businesses, and sometimes, most of the time, we have to buy the products, but we get them at discounted prices. We also, where we pack the bags, that's also donated we don't pay for
the
that.
actual bags itself as well, isn't it, to consider, because you need all of those.
Yeah, you need all the bags and you need the logistics to be able to do it, you know, and
Did
to
you
store
deliver them to the hospitals? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two ways they can do it. They can go onto our website. So if they unfortunately found out they've got breast cancer, a lot of people will start Googling what's available and that. And then Chemo Gift Bags will come up. So then they'll start to read it and they'll, oh, we can have a free gift bag. So they will apply. So they will apply personally for it. And that's on our website on a pro forma, and they have to fill the pro forma in. Sometimes it might overlap with their request and the hospital. So if they've not requested one from the hospital but come straight to us, depending where they are in the Thames Valley, then we can either give them one or they'll get one on the first appointment when they go to their first chemotherapy. So a lot of the hospitals have them in bulk, and then the nurses, the BCNs, give them out on their first appointment, and then we'll get reviews back and they'll say, well, it was such a down day. We're on Trustpilot. You can look at us through there, Chemo Gift Bags Trustpilot, and then you can see all the reviews that have come in.
I think it's just something small, but it's something that's big as well for people.
Well, you'll see how big our bags are.
But it's big for them emotionally.
Emotionally,
everything.
Definitely, because what happens as well is you're going through that process. I mean, even when I had radiotherapy, I had 18 rounds of radiotherapy, and I went through the December, and then there was I think I had a couple of days stop because it was Christmas, and then straight back onto it, in the January. And even that has consequences that people don't understand after. But the stress of, is my hair going to fall out?
Yeah,
is
it's
this
an
going to
aggressive treatment, isn't it, for breast cancer?
Absolutely, and chemo for any treatment, and it's just mind-boggling. And I remember even when I had my radiotherapy before that, I knew I had it, kind of thing, because it was just so obvious for me. I had dimpling in my.
So you had the signs. You had very physical signs.
Yeah,
that you saw.
We were away on holiday as well at the time. So
it must have been absolutely frightening to discover that, knowing what it was going to be.
Well, I had problems before that. So basically, I was checked and it came up negative, and then checked again. This is over a course of years. But my dimpling was in exactly the same place as my fatty tissue was. And then it just went, and we were on holiday, and I just said to my husband, I've got cancer. And I just made an appointment while I was away, phoned the doctor, and when I went back, my appointment was all ready for me there.
Wow. Because some people are quite the opposite, aren't they? I've heard of stories of people that just shy away from it. They're scared.
Don't put it off.
No.
Don't be scared, because a lot of the time it's not cancer. It is fatty tissue. And I don't want to scare anyone at all. But if you're worried, please go and get that checked, because that will put your mind at rest. And if it is, you've caught it early because you're doing those checks, then you've caught it and it can be dealt with.
Yeah, because you can do checks yourself. If you're not at the age where you're getting mammograms, you can be checked yourself.
Yeah,
you can check yourself, can't you?
Yeah, and we promote that every first of every month, on our Insta, FB, all our sites that we're on. First of every month, check yourself.
That's really good, actually. It's like putting it in the calendar. It's like, right, this is part of my routine. I'm going to build this into my day of checking.
Yeah.
And the one thing you mentioned earlier is it's not just women as well, it's men.
Absolutely.
Can get breast cancer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've given, since 2015, we've given 4 bags to men. And we were actually talking to someone else last week, and a gentleman came up and read our stand, and my husband was with us, and he was talking to my husband, and then because I was in another conversation, And he actually come over to us and he said, you know, I've had breast cancer. And I went, you've had breast cancer? And he went, yeah. And he went, you know, he showed, yeah. And I said, are you all right? He said, yeah, I'm fine. You know, didn't realise at the time, I don't think, but that's a conversation we'd love to have with that gentleman. And we're going to pursue that, you know, so that if he will, we can get him to come and do a podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
You
because
know,
it's something, you know, men are kind of encouraged to check for other cancers, but not breast cancer. So it's just that awareness, isn't it?
It's awareness all the time, and we've actually got one little small item that can help you do that if you use it, you know. You'll see that in the bags later.
We'll have a look.
Just I can't emphasize how much you know you need to check yourself and get that routine, get that in the shower. If it's the first of every month when you're having a shower, just check yourself. And if there's any lumps, you know, we've got our own little cards that double-sided now. And on it they give you the women's and the gents and how to check yourself briefly. And then you can go to NHS website and check, you know, properly their information and how they tell you to do it. But emphasize.
Because it's seeing what's normal for you as well, and then noticing those changes, because some people might be quite naturally lumpy, or you know, so it's just
and what's normal for me isn't normal for the next person, like we just discussed before, you know. Off air, it's all about knowing your own body, really, and looking and checking. And if you're in any doubt,
get onto the doctor.
If you're in any doubt, check it out.
If you're in any doubt, check it out.
Just sorry.
It's another absolutely. And it's, you know, it's something that's. Have you had any family history of breast cancer?
No.
But you knew.
I knew as soon as it changed shape, because mine was right up here, and it just was dimpling in. You know, and looked at my husband and I went, I've got it, and he went, you don't know, and I know.
There's so many different types of cancers, and some are fast, you know, act quick,
progressive,
very progressive,
and I don't confess to knowing, you know, about all the cancers and breast cancer. If you need to go to
go to the doctor, and don't rely on Dr. Google as well. Go down to your GP. I mean, the NHS website's handy for checking your breasts and, you know, all that kind of thing, but don't start Googling symptoms.
No, because you'll make your anxiety so much worse. And that was one of the first things she said to me, the nurse, don't Google, you know. I think that's just a normal reaction to do, though, because you're like, I did for a bit of it, you know, but it was like, and I think that the part that's stressful is the waiting period, you know, from the waiting to see if you've died, when you're diagnosed, if you've got it. But for me, I kind of already had it in my head that I had it.
You'd almost come to terms with it, because you've got the emotional side.
I'd come to terms with it, and just carried on my holiday, knowing that I was kind of safe in the respect that I'd already got that appointment. And then it was like, you've got it. And I went, right, okay. And she was like, you don't seem very stressed about it. And I said, well, no, because I've had all the stress already. The part that's going to be the stressful is the waiting for you to confirm whether it is or it isn't. And I just said, right, let's get on with this then. Let's get it done. You know. And and then the next thing she said to me, well, if you want to know anything, write it down. You know, write it down. I said, oh, I will. And the next meeting, I came back, I had 4 sides of A4 paper. And she went, have you got your questions? And I went,
got me War and Peace.
And she went, I asked you if you had any questions, not a book, you know. And I said, I need to know, you know, I'm one of those people. If I've got something, I need to know, and I need to know how long it's going to take, how it's going to progress, or what, in any scenario, I need to know and I need to do it, and I need to do it now. That's me. That's how I've progressed through all the charity. If I've got something to do, I do it, get on with it, and it's done, and then move on to the next thing. Don't put it off. Again, don't put it off.
Don't put it off.
You know, if you've got something to do and you don't like it, get it done first.
Get it done.
Out the way.
They call it the eat the frog. Do the thing that you don't want to do.
So and going back to the bags, it had lots of the things in the bag that were suggestions, you know, again, as we just mentioned, that people use, but other people didn't use. So it's kind of got to where it needs to be now, and there's probably still things we could add, and I know there is things we could add, but it's the money side of it.
Well, and that's it, and it's where does it end? So are all the bags? So we will have a look at the bags. Are they all different? Have they all got different things in?
No.
Are they all the same, apart from the male and the female ones?
Yeah. So that you could say it's like a template bag. Everyone's the same. You know, but sometimes we might say, if someone contacts us and says, "Oh, you know your cushions that you give in the bags, is there any chance we could have a purple one?" And then we'll go and look for a purple because that's their favourite. And we went about a year ago now. We went to a hospital, and we've been giving these bags out for a long, long time before this. And there was one with dogs on it, and the actual nurse goes, "Oh, look at that one! It's got dogs on it. My favourite." And she did that, and she said, "What we actually tried to do, put the cushion and the blanket to that person's personality. So if they are very like flamboyant, then we'll give them a flamboyant cushion. You know, if they're quite subdued, then we'll give them something that doesn't say I'm here, you know, kind of thing." And they were just trying to match the people to the cushions, and it works for for a lot of people. So that was that. And then another item in the bag, it's like 10 natural, which is an oil, a base, and a black nail varnish. And they're called 10 natural, not 10, 10 something. They're called 10 free, I think it is, because they haven't got the chemicals in them. You know, so.
And you've got deodorant in there that's a natural deodorant.
That's
well. Let's have a look.
And that was like, again, giving a talk and to these ladies, and the nurses were there, and she said, I asked her, said, "Do they actually use that nail varnish? Because it is expensive for us to put in." She goes, "You and your nail products." And I went, "Why? What have we done?" She goes, "Well, we could be trying to do something to them, or maybe get a line in them. And they've got the bag open and they're doing this already." She said, trying to do the nails. But she said, if that keeps them calm and takes their mind off what we're doing, great.
Distracting.
So it's all different things to all different people. And the stress and anxiety, that bag takes a lot of that away. You don't need to be worrying what you need to put in a bag. You don't need to cost of it, because we've done that for you. All the natural products.
So you've researched and you've looked for companies that make natural products. We'll see in the bag in a bit.
And it's also try before you buy, because you've been using that hopefully for the duration of your time. You'll carry on using it because you think, oh, it was good. And then in that process, you're supporting that company. Because you're buying it again.
Which is what I mentioned right from the start when I said sponsorship. But what I meant was they're kind of almost advertising their own products, aren't they? So it's good for them in that sense.
It's good. It's a three-way gift, isn't it, in a way? It's good for the company, it's good for the charity, and it's good for the person that's receiving it.
Because even for me, I'm always looking for natural, deodorants and things like that. So it's good to know what's out there as well, because you don't want to go into Boots and you just got the standard ones. You want something that is going to be a bit safer.
And this company we use is with the NHS use some of their products as well. But there's lots of companies out there that we need to explore. But I'd say if you're a natural product company, come to us because it'd be easier for you to find us than it will be for us to find you.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, we invite people all the time.
And there might be local small businesses as well. I've just been speaking to somebody recently who makes their own products, all natural and organic. So somebody like that might be willing to help as well.
If they're willing to help us on cost, you know, because natural, for some reason, it always costs more than you know.
Yes, I know. That's the thing. It's like cheap, but it's cheap and nasty, and that's not what you want. You want something that's quality and it's safer to use.
And they've got all their you know, certificates to prove that it's okay for us to purchase.
Yeah.
Then come and talk to us.
Yeah.
We can have a conversation. If it doesn't work now, maybe it might work 2-3 years down the line. It's not a no. It's because we can't afford it.
Yeah.
And you probably can't afford to give it away at the price we need.
There's always restrictions, especially when it is a charity.
Yeah.
So the one thing that you do, so you've got a form on your website that people can, so then you know how many bags you need to be making up. Is that how it works? Or do you already have some?
So the way it goes is we have a form on the website. Now, because we are well known with the hospitals in our area, it works on the basis that people can come to us on the website if they find us, or they know of us, we've been referred by the relatives, or another patient that's had it 6 years down the line and they know somebody, go on there, you know, go to chemogiftbags.org, and they'll sort you out with a bag. Or the other way is that we have ambassadors, we call them ambassadors. So the people that give the bags out will go to the hospitals. The hospital will then say, oh, we need 15 bags this week, or we need 20 bags. Can you provide? And we've kind of taught them now to ask, not for the next day, because you know
that's not realistic.
But we're running out. We've only got 3 left. Can you come? So we'll either go to the ambassadors at a place that we've been meeting them for a long, long time, or they'll come to us.
Yeah.
Then we go and get the bags from the warehouse. Some of them will come to the warehouse and collect them and then take them off.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like ordering them really in advance.
Yeah.
And they've got so used to doing it now. You know, the people that order from the hospitals, the nurses, and we just work with them. And sometimes you might think, oh, I've not heard from so and so for quite some time. And then you'll wonder why. So then you go and look at the last email request, and it's because you contact them and that one's left. So then you've lost that connection. So then you've got to introduce yourself again and start all over again.
They didn't pass the details onto the
but that's because they're thinking, oh, I've got so much to do to finish my, you know, in this department, and I've got to learn to go to that department. Sometimes it doesn't go in their head, and it's a working, you know, that's their work. You know, so some hospital doesn't help us.
Oh, really?
So we
don't support.
No,
it's a shame.
So there's ways and means around that, and we've been doing it for.
You can get it to that person, not via the hospital.
We've got ways of doing that, but it's a shame because they're missing out. You know. So if they don't know of us, or they've not known somebody that knows that about before, then they're missing out, and they haven't got a choice. Where if they did know about us, they have a choice. You know, maybe they don't want the bag, and that's another thing. You know, some people say, no, I don't want that bag, and then other people will tell them, a specific nurse, first appointment, I have something for you that you might like to take away. And occasionally she said, well, why do we need that bag? We don't need that. And she'll say, well, you know, it might be a good idea if you did have it. And they don't force it on them, you know, it's their choice. After a conversation, then they come back the next time for the next appointment with the bag. We know now why you were trying to explain to us, you know, if we wanted the bag. And then you get the letters back saying, we didn't understand, but we do now.
I think also it's so over, like, you know, you're saying about your appointment, you kind of got your head around things before, but some people are just shocked with and overwhelmed with everything, and then given a bag, and it's probably the last thing they're thinking of, and then they realise, when they're going through the process, actually.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even when I had the radiotherapy, you still got information like this to go through, do you know, and I just put it all to the side and wanted to just carry on, and I knew what was coming because it's been explained to me, but I thought, right, that's it, I don't want to read any bump.
No,
I've had enough. It's too much. And then a couple of days before the appointment, I started to pick the bag up and, you know, just carefully in the quiet times, read through it and digest, and then get it into my head. And once I'd done that, I was fine, you know. So totally understand that people, that the thing, they don't expect to get a bag, you know, as well. They a lot of them are, we didn't expect this, but it was such a worrying time. A nurse came with this bag, put it on the chair. They go into the room, and the nurse is there and says, "Oh, here's a bag for you." And they're like, "What's this for?" You know, and then you get the reviews, and they're just, the smile comes on the face, and that's one of our statements on our website. If we can get someone to smile for a few minutes, our job is done. Done it. You know, because there's so many people, and so many people that still go alone. Some from choice. You know,
they don't have anybody with them.
But some would like people, and they haven't got anyone to go with them. You know, so that's kind of a secure that someone's thinking of them. And our strapline says "From People Who Care" on the bottom of our logo. And it's not just that we care, it's that the people care that have given those products or donated money for those products to go into that bag, because it's a complete stranger. They don't know who it's going to be, do you know? So there's many aspects to what comes in that bag. It's not just a bag. When you look back,
it's not just a bag, there's so much more to it.
And that's what it says on our website as well, the first page, homepage. It's not just a bag. Because I remember many years ago when we first started this, we had a table, and we'd been asked to go, and the nurses already knew what we did, and we'd been asked to go to this event. We went, and everyone just walked past. It was in the very beginning, so we didn't have no flags or anything, stands down in it. And they just said, "Are you doing a raffle?"
Because I suppose they just saw products. And they
and
didn't understand.
No, we're not. This is for, and then the people that took time to listen, what a good idea. You know, why this had been so, and that's what we get a lot. I've had breast cancer and I had chemo, but we could have done with something like this when I was, you know, going through my treatment. Thankful there it's available for other people now. It's just, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? I think they're empowering, the bags, you know. Hopefully it sends a positive message to people.
And hopefully it inspires other areas to maybe get on board and do them in other parts of the UK. And
there's a couple, you know, and obviously there's going to be ones that we don't know about.
And also not just for breast cancer, you might want, because I have seen, like, I've sort of heard people saying, you know, my friend's just having cancer treatment, I want to put a bag together, but I don't know what to put in it. Can somebody help me? So it's nice that you've already created that.
And we get that for breast cancer as well, and we get that people asking us for bags for other things. And we did start to do that. We started because that was again asked by a breast cancer nurse, but then that fell through because they couldn't continue the funding for it.
That's the issue that you're facing, is that you can only do so much.
Well, yes, and if you've got, shall we say, I'll just say, if you've got products that are not kind of bespoke to that bag, which we have, then you know that, oh, that standard should be the same all the way through. But if we do what we do and the way we do it, how can we protect that name and the charity and my name, you know, and anyone else who works for us as a volunteer, that product is going to be the same all the way through. So if we outsource that bag and say, you know, we've had 10 for this type of cancer, and they send it out, how do we know that that product and that bag isn't going to be the same from the day from when it left our? And that's still what we do. We've got a brilliant young lady that does the bags for us and packs us. She's like a whiz kid. But occasionally we'll still go and we'll still check them bags to make sure that that's standard.
All,
you know, so that's what we say. And I've always said it's a grassroots charity. I founded it because I had breast cancer in this area, and that's where I wanted to stay. We've been asked to go up Outer Hebrides.
Oh, really?
You know, to the bottom. We've even asked people in Mexico asking us how to do it, and different countries, and we get them from America a lot. Because there's a Berkshire in America.
Oh, really?
Oh. Obviously, we can't do that because of the cost, you know. And again, how would it get there? Would it be? It's just
not.
You couldn't do that, no. So for us, Berkshire, Thames Valley, that's where we are, and that's where we'll stay. Until the day that someone comes, if someone hopefully comes and takes this off. But then, if they want to expand it, then you know, that'd be up to them. But I hope they still keep that name, and I'll still have somewhere in there which will be keeping an eye on things. My husband says, "You'll never stop. You'll never stop."
But it's your thing. You founded it. It's your passion.
And I think everyone thinks that who's founded something, no matter what it is.
It's theirs.
It's theirs.
Their baby,
it's
isn't
their
it?
passion. And it was their baby. Now, 10 years on, we're now in, 1st of October. We'll be in our 11th year then. So, there's still more I need to do. Still more, but not enough hours in the day. And we operate 365, so if someone wants a bag and they're feeling low and it's Christmas period when they might not have anyone, and we know that they're going through it, then we'll do our best to get it out to them. And that has happened in the past with Boxing Day, Christmas Day. The NHS do have to have a close down day sometimes, and if that's that period, then we're there.
Shall we have a look at a bag then?
Yeah, let's do that.
So I will now. If this isn't on audio that people are listening, I will talk through what I am looking at. But we are on YouTube as well. So do you want me to hand this to you to give to me or show? Oh, right. So it's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually.
So it is big. You can see the depth.
Wow.
It's about
the Chemo Gift Bags from people who care.
Yeah. So there's our strap line that I just
got the breast cancer. I love the logo actually with the breast cancer ribbon, pink ribbon.
And we were talking that it's not just for women, it's men. So you'll see there's a blue on there. And a pink.
Yes.
And that came about because this was already available. And then, I mean, this colour is used for other things with the blue and the pink, but it is for breast cancer as well for men. And I thought, why not put it onto the bag already and amalgamate the two together? So that is our logo,
Brilliant.
So, and it's about 18 inches.
It's huge.
16.
Not what I was expecting.
No. And about, what's it, about 8 to 12 in depth.
Yeah, so it's like a tote bag. Yeah, that's the way to describe it.
And these are reusable,
Yes.
Even if you do it the other way and don't want to see the logo, So we'll do it the opposite way round so that because we haven't got. So this is our heart-shaped cushion. It's got a tag on it from Chemo Gift Bags with people who care.
Wow.
And this is made not just, I'll just put this bag down for a second. Thank you. It's not just made because we're thinking of people and we've, you know, we're sending our love. Yes, it is, but it's practical.
Yeah.
So it goes under your arm or under your bust, and that's why it's got that.
Yeah. So you've got the lymph.
Yeah, your lymph nodes.
Everything's there,
and
isn't it?
Sometimes it, well, a lot of the time, it eases. It doesn't get rid of it, but it eases the, you know, some of the pressure. Yeah. So that's why we do those.
And so they're handmade. They look.
Yes. Yeah. The whole handmade. You have a go if you want.
Oh yes. Yeah. They're really comfortable. Really. Yeah.
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 So that's, and we use a lot of teddy bear stuffing in there. So it's, you know,
so reused and.
No, it's brand new.
Oh, it's okay. I know what you mean. So it's nice and soft.
Yeah.
And, yes.
So you get that cuddly feeling, because that's what you get when you get a teddy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have those. Thank you. And then we have some type of beanie in there as well.
Oh, right.
So some type of headwear.
Yes, because obviously the chemo will generally you lose your hair from it with breast cancer.
Some people don't.
Right.
I've known a few people that have, course, in the respect of not lost the hair, have sailed through and have had it, but that's one of the main questions that people say: am I going to lose my hair? You know. So.
And do these come in different colours, or do you just keep it a?
No, they come in all different colours.
Oh yeah, you were saying about people's different personalities as well.
So sometimes
somebody likes a bright colour.
You can see all the different colours on there. So and Deracina is one of the companies that we use.
Yeah.
Along with DJC Boutique, and they donate products to us. Sometimes we have to buy them, but we get them at a reduced price. And if they've got stock, they will. Lynn, we've got some stock. Right. Would you like it? So they're very good.
Amazing.
Yeah, very good ladies. Soft socks.
Yeah.
For your craft, for your feet, because they.
Do you get cold through the chemo?
Cold. Yeah. And they crack.
Right.
Some ladies have cracked feet.
Right.
That's just a disclaimer that we ask people to sign.
Okay. Yes.
Just so that it's numbered and I know where it's going as well.
Oh yes.
You know, so that's one way I can track. I can track the. So we have that. Someone's made a lovely kind of neck warmer, I suppose, but you feel how soft that is.
That is soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's lovely. I like the colour.
And obviously pink.
Not for the men, but
no, not for the men, but we've done this on purpose.
Yes.
We'll show you the blanket as well, and that is colours for men. So we've, you know, I've done this on purpose so that people can see that they could be men's colours.
So this is a sort of neutral green, khaki.
Yeah.
Yes. It could be unisex, really, couldn't it?
It could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
again, that looks handmade.
Yeah. So we have a chemo Facebook page, and it's called Chemo Gift Bags craft page.
Oh right.
And there's about 400 people on the craft page.
Oh.
So they all will do a blanket. Well, not all. Lots of them make the blankets, and we ask for 1 metre square. Hence, they go in our bags that size, or just over. We also have people do like neck warmers sometimes.
Yeah.
We've got our own toiletry bags.
Yeah.
Which people provide, and this isn't one of them.
But it's so somebody is makes crafts and they want to help, they want to get involved, they can join that Facebook group and then offer to do that.
And then we used to do Egyptian washcloths, which were very expensive for us, so we had to stop. So then we came up with the idea. Lady said, "Oh, I can do you a cotton cloth." So you feel how soft that is.
Almost like it's knitted.
Well, they can knit them or crochet them.
Crochet, yeah.
And then we put our own logo on it.
Oh, wow.
And then the instructions are on the back, machine washable, 30 degrees.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that saves us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Purchasing those.
Yes.
Tissues because of nasal hair.
Oh, right.
That can fall out. So we have those in there.
I suppose all your hair falls out, doesn't it? That's like what it can do.
Yeah.
Lose all hair.
This company.
So Pit Putty.
Yeah.
So this is your deodorant.
So this is a deodorant, and what happens is, you see, it's like a paste,
like a balm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying, that if you use this and you put it under your arm, then you can feel for any lumps or bumps as you're using it, you see.
Yeah.
Whether that was their intention, I don't know, but that's what, when we're giving the bags out, we say, you know, use that, and then you can feel if you've got any lumps. Obviously, they've already gone through that process, but they can still be checking themselves after this and use the product.
Well, that's it.
Because it'll still be in the bag. It doesn't, you know, after their, how many chemos they have, that will still be there. It'll still last. So they can still keep checking. Med box.
Oh, yeah, a med box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have various size notebooks.
Oh, yes.
And
so just a journal, just to write down your thoughts, questions.
Yeah, so like I said, I had 4 sides, you know.
Yes.
And it just, so you can just write things down.
And a pen.
Yeah. And the word books, we get different ones.
Yeah.
Basically because we have always done that.
Yeah.
And you might, if you've forgotten your battery, you know, for your phone, and you're not using your phone,
you need something to distract yourself.
So you've got distraction.
Your brain going. Yeah.
That's another little book, little puzzle book.
So another like crosswords on
there. Crosswords.
Code word puzzles.
Yeah. This is a good example. So this is Faith in Nature, and that's a soap bar.
Oh yes, I've actually heard of that company.
Yeah.
I have used that company, yes.
They come from my neck of the woods down in Manchester, that area.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. But that's not the reason we purchased it. It's because it was cheaper for us to purchase that than the other time.
I think I used their shampoo.
Yeah. Yeah, they're about that big, and they've got green and orange on them. Yeah. A couple of different ones.
I knew they were family run. Didn't realise they were Manchester.
Yeah, well, they're somewhere in that neck of the woods where I come from.
Yeah.
So, we purchased those.
Fragrance free.
Yeah.
Natural, 100% natural. Yeah, and you can see all the ingredients, and it's minimal, because when I do a lot of podcasts, I talk to a lot of nutritionists, and we talk about ultra processed foods. How it's got so many different ingredients, you don't recognise what they are, and it's the same with products. And it's, you know, looking at what's in here and just sort of recognising what those ingredients are.
Yeah. And then the other, and also, you know, I'm not sure if it still remains the same, but something you used to have, just have to have 2% in it. I don't know if that's still accurate.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Whether it is or not, but that.
It's like a regulation.
Yeah. I don't know if that's, I'm correct on that.
Yeah,
so, but there again, you know, we don't know. We're not.
No.
So we just have to say, as far as we are aware.
Yeah.
Mugu.
Mugu. Oh, it's a natural skim milk udder cream. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Also, it's like a cream. Are you saying about your feet? But anything. Anyway.
They have. They work. NHS work with them.
Oh, right.
And that was founded. It's an Australian company.
Yeah.
And I think, forget me Mugu if I haven't got exactly the correct story behind it. The guy that's produced this, his mother was having skin problems, and it was to do with the cows. He was doing the product for the cows, I think.
Oh.
And then his mother was having it, so he adapted it for humans.
Yeah.
And quick scenario, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Australian company, they come over to this country as well. They used to be in Slough. They've gone over to London now.
Yeah.
But that's how we got to know them, because one of our people that is a volunteer, you know, she used the products. So we connected again, and then they donate to us. So yeah.
Really good.
What else have we got? Water bottle of some description.
Yeah.
Keep the hydration up.
Yes. So that's Green Park. Is that Green Park Reading?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They donated. This is Eco Brew, so that's a bamboo toothbrush.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, natural.
And there again, Mugu.
Oh yeah. So
lip balm.
So I'm saying Mugu because that's how it's written. So
yeah.
Mugu.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cowlick lip balm.
Yeah. We've always put those on even before COVID, so they were always in the antibac.
So antibac hand gel.
And we have Kingfisher toothpaste now, which is a natural. They've been recognised for credited as well. So we work with Kingfisher now. Took us a long time to find someone that would work with us, but thank you, Kingfisher. They've now working with us. There's not in everyone, but we sometimes there's little snacks if we get them, you know. So
cookies
snacks.
and
And we had a donation, and some of them were
stressful.
Yeah.
Because you are stressed. You're very worried.
But there's another side to that as well, and the other side is that if you're like me, I'm needle phobic. So I do stress. And now before I go anywhere to get for bloods, I'm doing this. And the nurse said,
it's pumping your veins up.
So we can get the needles in.
It's got double-sided.
Double-sided, so that was that. Here's like so we'll get toiletry bags made for us sometimes, and then what they try and do is, if they've got any material, they'll make a little pouch, and they've done it so well and tied it up so well, I can't get in it now. And this is our 10 free nail varnishes.
Oh, lovely.
So this is Zayo, and they'd never heard of the reasons why until we told them. And it's not proven, it's not a scientific thing, but if you go on Google and look, somebody claimed that having the dark nail varnish really reflects the light, so it can keep the nail beds or keep them a bit better when you're having chemo. It's not proven.
No. It's a theory, but yeah. You've got the dark there.
So we've got the
clear
dark
and dark. Yes.
There's the base and
a top.
An oil.
Oh right. Okay.
Oil base.
Yes.
And then the
base.
dark. Yeah.
Oh.
And a lot of the time we get these and they match our toiletry bags. So that's that.
So what company was the nail varnish?
Zayo.
Zayo.
Z-A-O. Zayo. Lindsay, she's very good with us and donates a lot to us, you know. Our own little key ring, only until they run out. That was because we had a gala last year. And that was in the goodie bag.
But again, it just
our own Chemo Gift Bags from People Who Care. Little card in there.
Oh wow, lovely. Yeah, that is nice. That's nice.
Toiletry bags that have been donated.
Oh yeah, it's got Percy Pig on it.
Yeah. And the final item.
This is This is not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting this little bag with a few bits of lip balm.
What, like a little white carrier bag?
Well, no, I was thinking like a cottony, something like what your nail varnishes are in, but bigger.
Oh, okay.
That's what I had in my head. Yeah, very different.
It's amazing what people's thoughts are and what it's going to be like, the concept.
I thought it'd be a little bag. And then when you said cushions and black, I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be a big bag.
That's why I tell people to go and have a look on the website, because it's an old pictures, but it gives people an idea. And also the fact that if people say to us, oh, my relative, my friend is going through, and I don't know what to do, but you can't, you know, yours is for breast cancer. So go and have a look on our site. Maybe some of it is useful.
Get some ideas.
And also go to your nurses or Macmillan and ask them, and they'll probably give you some ideas of what's suitable for that type of, you know, cancer. Some of it, I mean, a blanket is, you know, probably for everyone, isn't it?
That,
And this is ISUPs.
Okay.
So they're a local company.
Oh, yes. Okay, I've seen these.
I've seen them on LinkedIn.
Oh, not on LinkedIn, but I think I've seen these products.
So this is ISUPs.
So they're on LinkedIn. Okay.
Yeah, they're on LinkedIn. They're everywhere at the moment.
So you'd put that in the freezer, would you? Or is it already? Yeah.
They're local from Wokingham.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it's a couple, Amy and Rob, co-founders of ISUP. Wow.
Yeah. And again, they started it because Amy's father had
bowel cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, I'm just reading the little leaflet there. Yes.
Yeah, and you can take the top off and use it that way, or you can cut it, use it that way when it's frozen, so it comes like a
ice lolly.
Yeah, but it's not just an ice lolly. It's got all the nutrients in this that you need. You know, it gives you all the servings on the back and what it is, and lovely people. They're great.
That's amazing.
And they're doing ever so well.
Wow.
You know,
that's big as well.
Yep.
And there's a lot in there.
You know, such a good product.
It is.
That we put them in our bags now. They came to us, said if we were interested, and
so that's ISUP.
Yep.
It's not amazing in here. We are using a different location today for my podcast, so I'm in a different room, so the lighting is very different, but this is amazing.
So that's ISUPs, and
so that is a lot of stuff. So I can see that it has been a lot of work that you've been building up over the years and reaching out to all these different companies to help and support.
And also the fact is that you make you're talking to a company, they will support you. Then you don't know what's happened, but then they've gone, or they won't support you anymore. But you can, excuse me, you can understand that it might be because of the cost, and a business is a business, and they have to,
that's the bottom line. It's always money, isn't it? Yeah. Or the company isn't operating anymore.
Yeah,
that could be another reason.
I mean, that's happened, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. You know, that happens to charities all the time, I would imagine. So then you're lost. You haven't got that product. Then you've got to start all over again, and you've got to build a relationship up with that company. And it might be 1 in 50 that you'll get that relationship. It depends on the timings as well, if it's suitable for them, or if a person that you've contacted actually understands why you're doing this. If their partner, family has had it, then
I think we all know somebody that's had a form of cancer. It might not be breast cancer, but
people understand, but they can't always give, and it's not. I understand that. I don't take that personally. It's just the timing or financial, and they're all out there to make a living, aren't they? At the end of the day, everyone's human, and we've all got to survive. So, and lots of things. We need talking to you about social media. I'm looking for someone to do that as volunteer. Also for someone to do the marketing, social media and marketing. Another person to do fundraising for us.
Because that must be another thing. It's not just the donations, but it's all, if you want to do any events or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yes. I mean, do you talk to any other, like the Thames Hospice or any, for ideas or anything like that. And obviously all charities have got their own thing. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like a business you can collaborate with anybody like that, because
to a degree you can talk to other people, and there's forums you can go on Facebook, you know, and say, I've got this, has anyone done this? And then some people will come back to you, but it's kind of, and I understand it, everyone's fighting for the same penny. Do you know? If you're a breast cancer charity, you're looking for the same pot of gold. And it's hard, as well as running a charity. You know, my husband, he's Parker. We get a delivery. We used to get drop-offs every day, and it was just getting too much. So now I've said, just on a Thursday, please. And then we've got the rest of that Thursday. If you drop them off in the morning, and then we can take them in Friday, and they can be stored so that they're not in our house. You know,
that's it. 'Cause again, gets intrusive then on you.
It encroaches in your life, and it has done for 10 years, and it's only just recently I've just said that, but people understand. You know, Lynn, can we do it this Thursday? Yep, sure, I'll be around at this time. And then Steve puts them in the car, takes them to the warehouse, puts them in the storage, and then obviously he stores them, and then he puts all the products there and then puts them into the picking boxes for then Rosanna to go and pick them. You know, it's not just me.
You need that team around you, though.
Yeah, you do. And it's and many times I've said, no, I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing it. I don't want people to think it's just me. And people have said, well, you have to, because you're the face of it. And I've kind of still don't like doing it, but I've come to terms with the fact that if we want people to know about us, then we've got to talk about it.
And that's where your social media comes in as well, because that's where people are going to see it.
And if
not the only place, but
you and social media. I mean, talking 10 years ago, when Facebook, you didn't have to pay.
No,
do you
for
know?
ads.
And we were reaching 8,000-10,000 people. And now
it's dropped because they want you to pay. Although there are lots of free Facebook groups locally that you could utilise.
We use a lot of the Gossip Girls pages.
The Gossip Girls page, we've got a lot of those in the area.
And and anyone that I've come in contact with, really, one thing I've learned to do from day one, ask. I'm not afraid to ask.
Don't be afraid to ask.
No, because if you don't ask, no one knows, and you don't get. So,
and if they can't help you, they might know somebody that could. Possibly.
Chain reaction, really, isn't it? You know, but also it's not a matter of just them helping you. How can we help the people that have offered their time and their you know, their space, or how can we work together to give content? And
you've got all their products listed on your website as well. So have you got links back to their website?
Some of them. I mean, if you go on the website, some of them you can go on to, and there's a voucher code that you can use and then come back. So there's that opportunity. But I think that if they're willing to donate, then you should be willing to give back, and by talking about them as well. You know, you don't have to have great big banners everywhere. We're talking about banners. We've had outside Reading train station. We've been on the big boards there.
Oh, you know. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, straight outside.
So we've been on those.
Station Hill, isn't it?
Thank you so much for that. One was for the gala. One was just an advert for our Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. You know, so
that's it. Again, you need to ask. Just reach out to the council, the companies. Do you mind just putting us an ad up?
And if they say no, I don't take that personally. No, you know, it's like, right, okay, thank you, move on. But it's always up here that I've asked, and I'll go back and ask again. You know, a year, 2 years time, and we're not a big charity, but we just need support. I need people to come in now, because I want to
take a step back.
Take a step back. 10 years is a long time for my brain to be working 24 hours a day. You know, you wake up first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to do that. And it's so rewarding, but it's very, very
demanding.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. But would I do anything else?
No.
No. It's just, I just need some help now. And I've realised, you know, maybe I should have said that 2-3 years ago. But me being stubborn and from Salford, Salford lass, I just won't give in. So very determined and very stubborn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's time for help.
Time for help. Yeah.
And people, and to people like you for
reaching out. Yeah.
Come and do this. Yeah. You know. So thank you.
Spread the word. So if somebody needs to, so somebody wants to speak to you, so all your details are on the website, aren't they?
Yeah. They're on
Chemo Bag. Chemo. Do you want to say it?
So it's Chemo Gift Bags.
Chemo Gift Bags.
The website is www.chemogiftbags.org.
Yep.
They can contact me on there with info at, or they can email me Lynne, Lynne, .Shipton, SHIPTON, at chemogiftbags.org. And Chemo Gift Bags is all one word, it's not separated.
Yeah.
So it's just, if you're using it just as Chemo Gift Bags, it's just a capital C and then all lowercase.
Yeah.
And we're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta and X. So if you're a market, social media, would like to do that. Like to get on TikTok if we could, so that's the next step. My IT is not the best, so as I tell everyone, it's for me, you know, what's the book they used to say, idiot, what was the book for
dummies?
Yeah, kind of thing. So basics is me and that's it.
But it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to be dancing and doing all that sort of thing. It's just getting that word out and just getting visible, getting that presence. It's just giving up some of your time, you know, and for the people that do that and donate. And we can donate online as well through the website. Yeah, People's Funding, there's 2 choices on there. If you want to do something, there's also events on there. So there's 2 like virtual events on there that we've done. We've done one for June, which we've done an afternoon tea. You can go online and you know, get a few friends, even in work in your dinner time. You can, or there's also bunting that you can print off. We've done bunting. That wasn't me, by the way, so that wasn't my IT skills. There's also one for flowers, so that if you've got an allotment or you're growing seeds, you can donate some of the money that you get from them to Chemo Gift Bags, so they're virtuals. We don't need to be involved in that unless you want us to be. Then we've also got November, every November we have a Christmas quiz. Sometimes it's just about Christmas things and other times it's a bit of general knowledge and that. This year I think it'll be general knowledge and Christmas. And there's always some questions in there about Chemo Gift Bags to see if people have been listening. Checking it out. Checking them out. So checking you out, see if you know. And that's in Wokingham, and that's the hall is donated by the Freemasons. So that's something else we, you know, free. Working with working with them. And then we've also got a craft fair. So 21st of November 2026. Coronation Hall, Woodley. Where I know the C word. I'm so sorry. I apologise, but it's already out there. It's already out there on our web. That's fine. Somebody might be listening to this in December or October, whatever. Anyway, so that's the beauty of putting out a podcast, is it can listen to at any time. So. And it's just advertising for traders, you know, that want to come and do their crafting. And then also people to come along and buy the purchase for Christmas, and another way for us to reach out to people that we don't know before. So lots of things that people can do, and I could talk to you all day about it. I was going to say, you know, it's perfect. It's gone on a long time, hasn't it? So, but no, that you've given us so much information, so loads of different ways to get involved, support, and just go and check out the brands as well. And you know, we're a small team, but it can be fun. We've had lots of fun in doing a lot of the things.
used to do afternoon tea at one time, and we used to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
For 100 people.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore because I'm getting too old. You know.
But you need that support.
We do. So a big thank you, you know, to anyone that's helped us. Thank you again for doing this.
Okay.
And there's also something else going to follow this, isn't there? That we can hopefully look forward to with a little advert coming up, is there?
Yeah, well, we can have a look at that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
absolutely,
you know, and come and support Emma as well.
Yeah.
And support Emma because she's been good to us. So, thanks everybody.
You.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Thank you.